So this is part 2 of the Iceland road trip, and we got better weather down south and we got to quite a few more locations. I haven't included them all in this video because it was just the kind of highlights of the trip that I wanted to show you, so hopefully you'll enjoy the second half of this one. Although the weather had turned for the better, the wind was still a strong easterly wind, and the images you see here, except for this one, this was taken with my back to the wind. Everything was being sandblasted, and I didn't want the lens, because we had a few more days to go, I didn't want my lenses sandblasted by this. So again, it was a case of waiting to see if the wind would drop, and then when we thought it did, it wouldn't. So all of these images here are taken on the mobile phone. Great experience though, really good experience. Diamond Beach, due to the wind, had very little ice blocks on it, so we went over to the JOKULSARLON Glacier Lagoon, and again you can see here by this shot the wind was still with us, so again we didn't get anything from here. Our next stop was an excursion to the ice caves. Now these are something else to see, but you have to remember that if you book a tour, there are going to be a lot of other people there. And the shots that you see on screen just now, these were taken by the mobile phone again. One thing I'd like to say about the ice cave tour that we did, that was a large group that we went with. The tour guide, he was absolutely brilliant and funny as well. He was so knowledgeable about the entire area and other countries as well, and he would compare places like the size of the actual glacier itself to other countries, and he would give us that kind of information, so it was really worthwhile going on it. But can I say, if you want a photographic one, I would search for more photographic based ice cave tours with experienced guides. We got quite a while in there, but we didn't get a chance to get the tripods out and to shoot what we wanted to shoot. So the photographs that you saw there, we got more than that, but the photographs that you saw there, they were all taken again on the mobile phone. So that would be my only thing to say about that. The tour we were on was absolutely brilliant. The tour guide was brilliant, but if you want to spend more time there, I would do some internet searching to find smaller groups with photographic guides. SKOGAFOSS first thing in the morning. Now this was taken after people began to arrive, but we got there first thing, and apart from the camper vans there, we were the only people there. I did get a few shots here, nothing that I'm too happy with, although we had the place to ourselves. I'm going to keep a couple of the shots for a later editing video, but here's one that I did get before anyone arrived. This is the first time I'd ever visited KVERNUFOSS, and I can't wait till the next time I get back to look for more compositions and to practice shooting there. It was actually quite sketchy getting in, as you'll notice by the right hand side there's a lot of ice. Well, that ice was sheets of ice caused by the waterfall, and if you can just see the top middle there's someone walking in. They never actually made it in because you needed crampons and a very low centre of gravity. We didn't have crampons with us, but we kept our tails to the ground, shall we say. Beautiful area, and I can't wait to get back to shoot this waterfall. Most of the time we spent on Danger Beach was spent along at the far end, and that was just observing everything that was going on. I put my 85mm on, took a few shots of the people, of the waves, stuff like that. It was nice just to sit and observe it, and we did. We sat in a rockfall at the end of the beach itself and just watched everything that was going on. Because our hotel was very close to the beach, we come back down for sunset and get a couple of shots then as well. We spent 3 nights in Vic, and in one of the evenings there was a low KP index and an aurora alert, so we just went outside to shoot this, and I'm glad we did too, because this is the only thing that we got, and it was very brief in happening. Up north got a lot more though. Heading out of Vic and heading west, I always thought this road here was the longboarding scene from The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but after some research I found out that it's not this road at all. But I recorded this for my son anyway, just to show him that we'd actually driven that road. It turns out we have, but it isn't this road. Anyway, from here there was a few other places that we were going to be visiting, and we drove this road quite a bit just to get to some of the locations heading west along the south coast. And driving in Iceland is absolutely brilliant. It is so quiet. Nothing like over here in the UK. It is just so quiet and lovely to drive. As you saw by the beginning sequence for this video, we got the plane wreck to ourselves for around 2 hours in fact. The entire time we were there, no one else appeared. We never met anyone until we headed back along the road towards the car park. It was great. Previous times we had been there, there's always other people around. We headed in really early in the morning to get this. Although the sun had risen, we headed in early to get this. And it's, I suppose because we got it to ourselves, it's one of the highlights of the trip for me, simply because there is no photoshopping out of people or anything with these images. Because it was only the two of us, we took our time, walked around, got the shots that we wanted, because we could take our time to do it. And then after that, I put on the 85, the Viltrox 85mm, and I just went in and caught some more of detailed shots for this. Editing of a couple of these images are going to be in another upcoming video. This is a 12-stitch panel, just to show you the expanse of what is there. It's a gorgeous place to visit. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of it, but again, it's a gorgeous place to visit. There's so much around here for you to see, and I was focused on these rocks here that you can see in this image, and I waited until the sun went down really low to get the image, and I was happy with this one as well. Just a nice study of the area. We spent quite a while here just walking around, just taking in the area. The sky never came too much, so I ended up putting on the 85mm and again just documenting what I could see round about. SELJALANDSFOSS was closed, and for good reason. That's actually ice you see everywhere in that image. There was no access up behind the waterfall because of the sheets of ice, and you can see there with that image how much ice there was. Even the grass to the side was sheets of ice. So we gave up and we took a walk down to the hidden waterfall, or not so hidden now, and went in there. We got a few shots from in here, mostly with the mobile phone. Again, this is videoing the mobile phone, but the access in here is quite easy. You just have to be prepared to get soaked to get any images from it. So we couldn't get the photographs from SELJALANDSFOSS that we wanted, but the experience of it all, the different weather conditions, everything just made the entire trip so worthwhile. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and hopefully if you watch part 1 and part 2, it makes sense of what we were going for, but what ultimately we didn't get. But what we did get was the experience of Iceland in different conditions. Now, we did visit many other different places that I haven't included in the video, and I'll use some of the images from that for our upcoming edits on the channel. But Really enjoyed the experience, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching our experience in Iceland. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.